Well, I'm known as the grumpy blogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
girls, it's Grumpy Vlogger Live.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Vlogger Show. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Well, I'm doing all right. Still recovering from
Thanksgiving, you idiot.
yeah, thank you. Anyways, hey, let's introduce our co-host, none other than Mr. Art Carlson.
Hey, okay, let's bring in Art. At least the show will have some class then, or good jokes.
All right, let me just add him and
Yeah,
hey, Art, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, Art, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Joe. Great to see you.
Yeah, it's always good to have somebody to look up to like you.
It's about time.
All right, enough of that silliness. So let's just go ahead and put him over here.
And I don't want to go.
Yeah, you're going anyways, idiot. All right. Whew. Okay. Big Water UAV says he's. Let's just go ahead and introduce. Let's start from the top. Let's get right to the top. We had drone shots. Actually, before it all went, before it went live, Grant about 6 or 7 hours ago, Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, had said hello in the chat, and then we had Jody, Jim Beauchart, and Trevor. Let's see, and who else we got? That's it. Well, no, let's see, Jody. Well, of course, you. And Big Water UAV Solutions. They jumped in
Right.
and say hi. Yeah. And Matt Bagwell.
Mr. JRC.
Yeah. And oh yeah, Jaybird is in here. I saw him in here earlier too. Yeah. So Jaybird's in here, and who else? Mr. JRC's. Okay, it looks like we got them all covered. That was quick.
Oh, Chris Wedgworth.
Oh, did he? Okay. I didn't see it. What? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's because I know what it is. Let me bring this up here so I can see that.
Are you lagging?
No, I'm not lagging. I've just got too many buttons. There we go.
You're just dragging.
Well, I have the pop-up chat brought out from YouTube, and it's a little bit slower than the chat that we have when we're watching. But
Right.
the only reason I use the YouTube one is because I can use the @ and not have to type out the whole name, So, have you tried out some of the new features on the?
Oh, not yet.
Oh, that's what I started with today. I've got a button over here, and you can set it up like Shift G, I think is what it is. You hit Shift G twice, and if you have, in my case, I just push the go live button twice, and it automatically starts right off of my Stream Deck. So you said something about you're getting a Stream Deck for Christmas or something.
Should be here Wednesday.
And they have a profile you can download, and I can switch it like I can go back to that and then go back to that just with the push of a button.
Oh, cool.
I don't have to reach around and try and click on it. So that's a new feature in StreamYard that I really like. And
Cool.
when I get ready to end this, I just hit the go live button again. I hit it twice. Once it'll say, "Are you sure?" And you hit it again, and
Cool.
so the one key can start it and stop it. And you can't, if you accidentally hit it one time, well, okay, it's not going to just kick you off because you got to confirm it. So, which I like it. So,
Can you set it up for sound effect?
Well, yeah, you can. I have my sound effects loaded.
Cool.
In my Stream Deck. Yeah, you could. What you do is you just load a sound effect that you want into your vMix, and then just push it.
Oh,
and
okay.
you make up your shortcut key that way. All this does is all Stream Deck is a glorified hotkey, but one of the features I like about it is like when let's say I go to my standby here, and then I come back out of it. What it does is on my that there pops up. But anyways, I can actually see the video of what it looks like on my key. The key actually has a video of this background that I'm using right here.
Oh, you mean the picture of
the picture? Yeah, the picture on the key is
icon.
Actually live. Yeah, the icon. Yeah. That's
not
it.
The video, but the icon.
Yeah. Well, but it's an LED. those are little LED screens. So it's really nice because that way you can say,
Cool.
oh, okay. There's a lot of other features you can add
Mhm.
to it, but I really like what they're doing with the StreamYard right now. That just
Cool.
really set my show up a lot quicker. And
So did you do any shopping on this Cyber Monday?
no, I
Oh,
did not. That's what I was going to ask. What did you? Looks like Lone Star UAV. Hello,
yeah.
how
Hey,
are you?
Kai.
Guy is here. So, did you buy anything on Cyber
Yes,
Monday?
I did. I bought a 256 gig SD card that I'm going to put in the probably put it in the Mavic 2 Pro,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
either
yeah.
the
There was.
2 Pro or the Mavic Air 2. Yeah.
I was thinking I need to get a thumb drive because a USB thumb drive, or actually, I could probably do it with a
Got some of
USB.
those.
Yeah, and I need to get one of those so I can take and put like in our new van. I can put and load up all my music on that, and then
Oh
just
yeah.
plug it straight in, and it'll transfer it to the hard drive for me.
Cool.
So
Cool.
that way I don't have to mess with. I did
What else?
transfer one of my favorite CDs. What else did you get?
I got a fishing reel for this guy. My uh my
Oh, is that
ice
the
fishing pole
okay?
that Rick Albert
I was going to
gave.
say, is that your Rick Halbert poll? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's somebody I to this day I
Yeah.
miss. That's just it's just
Yeah, me too. He was a great guy.
yeah. He was. So
Hey Eric,
uh,
good to see you.
I just dropped in momentarily to leave a thumbs up on what was the one you were just in the live show
Oh,
World
World Drone
Community
Community.
World
Yeah.
Drone Community. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Robbie Gray's channel and Al Duran.
Oh, an AR drone nerd is here.
What I said.
Welcome. Oh, did you? When they used to cuss each other and fish on. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. I
Mm-hmm.
remember that. That was a good movie. Uh,
Yep.
today today. Well, tomorrow's the last day that I had to get my tags on my old van,
Oh.
and so what I did was I black tagged it, which meant I just paid for the tags, and then they won't charge me anything because it doesn't have insurance. It's not drivable right at the moment, and yes, World Drone Community. That's
Mm-hmm.
who we were watching. Drone Life RC.
WDC.
Yeah. WDC. Yeah. Sounds like a. And there's Chris from. Oh, excuse me. That coffee is kicking back. There must have been something in it.
So,
But
did you ever get a chance to see my video on my concept?
yes, I did. I watched it, and
How would you like that? Was it pretty funny?
oh, that was yeah. Yeah, that
Thank you.
your Elvis character was yeah. Your Elvis is just about on the
Good.
same level that my ventriloquism is.
Yeah.
So but anyway, so I went and got my tags for my new van and got because it was actually the end of this month was time to renew my tags for my old van, and I had to get the tags also for our fifth wheel that's up at our cabin. So cost tags, tax, and title for the new one was. Well, they told me it was going to be $35, but when I paid out, I said, "How much were those tags?" And she said, "Well, there's $49." Okay, I called you and it was 35 and I didn't, so I said, all right. And I just went ahead and paid. I was at $100 today
I
on
wish
tags
mine
for,
were that cheap.
yeah, well, they
Here in
treat veterans,
Colorado, well, you got
well, they treat us
Democrats
veterans
in the
pretty good here
state.
in
Yeah.
Oklahoma. My regular tags are only $650 a year. So,
Oh,
and I don't have to pay any excise tax. every 3 years I can buy a new car and not pay any excise tax. Yes, Eric, I did get a military. I got a veterans discount because I'm 100%. So I also didn't have to pay on the $18,000 worth of tax on that either. So I paid no sales tax. I paid no excise tax, which to me is kind of stupid because why are they charging sales tax and excise tax?
Well,
But
here in Colorado, they
yeah, they
still
tack you
with
at
all the fees that they added on, so
but
they could get around by saying they're not taxes, they're fees. So we could
yeah.
get away with the Tabor rule.
Yeah, well, they got me they got me with a fee, and I don't understand this one, and I should have asked them about it, but I didn't notice it until I got home and started looking through all of my papers to see. This is a new vehicle. It's got brand new tires, but I got charged a fee, $15 for tire disposal.
Oh
Anything
boy,
under a 19-inch tire. Now,
that's what she said.
I'm not throwing my tires away. They're new. I mean, and why do I have to pay the state for me to use my tires? That's just ridiculous. And that's a new one on me, but it must be something with new vehicles or something. But it's like, uh, anyway, I was watching the chat. I got sidetracked.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just another way to stick you $15 for a tire disposal fee, and I'm not throwing away my tires. Then I couldn't drive my van. That's stupid. But anyways,
well, you could. You'd be driving on your rims.
yeah, it would be. That wouldn't
Be
last
kind
long.
of bumpy,
Yeah, it'd be a little
but you
rough
get
ride,
those
right?
cool sparks
Cool
flying
sparks
up.
coming out from under. Yeah. If you go fast enough, you might even get little flames coming off the back. But yeah, it's just like, God, can they think of? And that was the first time I've ever seen that. So, let me ask you something. Oh, I over in the other chat, I heard them talking about the new variant
Oh yes,
and
the
the
Omicron.
Omicron. And I don't know where they got the Omicron. It sounds more like one of the Transformers, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Decepticons, Omicron. But yeah, LED lights, sparks. Yeah, same thing. You're right, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I heard that today, and I'm going, why are they calling it the Omicron? Because
Well,
if it was
because they didn't. They wanted to. They were thinking about taking Z, but it
right,
sounded too much like the leader of China, which is where the virus came from. Let's piss them off some more by naming the new variant after the leader of China.
right. Is Omicron one of the? I have to stop and think. It's been so long since I was sitting there. Yeah, I guess it
Omicron.
is.
About Omega, isn't that Omega?
Omega is Omicron. Yeah, let me see where the name comes from. Omicron variant, Omicron. Let's see who said.
Sigma and
Uh,
Epsilon.
yeah, it's Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Zeta, Eta, Theta, Iota, Alpha, Iota, Kappa, Lambda, Mu, Nu, Xi, Phi, C, and Omega. Yeah, no, there's no Omicron in the Greek
Oh,
alphabet.
they didn't want to take new because then people would be confused. The new
Yeah, but
virus.
right, yeah. So I was sitting there going through the Greek alphabet, and I don't remember there being Alpha, Beta,
And
Gamma,
my
Delta,
dad was
Epsilon,
a
Zeta,
SIGEP
Iota,
in college.
Iota, Kappa, Lambda, Mu, Nu, Xi. Yeah, maybe it is Omicron. All right, it is Omicron. Then Pi is the.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
And my dad
it's
was in the Sigma Alpha Epsilon, or the Sleep and Eat House
okay.
at the
Let me.
School of Mines in Golden, Colorado.
Greek alphabet in order. Let's see. Here we go. Greek alphabet.
Alpha, beta.
No. Oh yeah, it is. It is the O. It's the it is O. You're right. So we've skipped. We've gone straight from. We've skipped
Delta.
epsilon. Well, we've gone from delta to omicron. We've skipped zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, and then omicron, which is O. And then P or pi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, chi, C, and omega. Okay.
And the pi variant only comes around on March 14th.
I thought it was only like, once every 8 quarters.
You don't get it. It's 314.
314? Okay. March 4.
Pi.
Okay. Let's see. Let me show that.
Yeah, I guess you better stick with religion and early English history.
Yeah, that was a real interesting, the white ship. That was, well, that sure changed up the English history. Art sent me a link yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday about from the history guy. If you guys don't follow the history guy, you need to, because that guy is just, he's I'm sitting there trying to keep up with, let's see, who else we got in here? Curtis Dart, Drones 863 is in here.
Curtis. Hey, Curtis.
And I have no clue. I no, I was not a frat boy. I actually studied Greek in the ministry, so that's another story. Yeah. Poops along the vine.
Tell us about the video. I think you.
Anyways, it was all the fact that was it Henry, which
yeah, it was one of Henry's sons.
One of Henry's sons got
William the Conqueror. Henry became king after
William the Conqueror after 1066, because when
he had three sons.
he had three
William
sons.
II, Henry,
Henry, and I
Robert.
forgot the other one. Robert, right? And Robert and William were fighting back and forth, and they were holding. Poor old Henry had land in both the. No, I have not, Curtis. I have not seen your video yet. But anyways, Robert and William were fighting, and each one had, William the First. He was really kind of snarky in the way he did poor Henry. He left him a little bit of money over in Normandy and a little bit of land over in England, or vice versa. And both the two older brothers said, "Oh, well, we'll hold him hostage one way or the other." So they ended up killing each other off, and Henry becomes king, basically. And then Henry has a couple of kids, and the heir apparent for Henry was a party hound, and they got on the party barge and they were a little drunk, and they took off in the middle of the night, and made a few dares, and it sunk.
Oh yeah, we could do it.
Yeah,
we could do it.
Yes,
man.
Curtis,
on,
you can
man,
share the link, and yeah, and it was what it did was it set up what became the 100 Years' War, which in turn became, and it set up the reign of the Plantagenets, and it also set up because Henry didn't have any kids, so that's when the Plantagenets came in. And as I said, it set up the 100 Years' War between France and England, which eventually leads into the War of the Roses, which eventually leads into the defeat of Richard III at Bosworth Hill by Henry VII.
And how long did the Plantagenet reign last?
Well, God, I don't remember. 100 and
I think you said 300 years.
was it 300 years? I'd have to look now. It's been so long since I've looked at it, but I mean,
And
because I studied mainly the 100 Years' War through the War of the Roses. Well, yeah, it would have been close to 300 years because you got the 100 Years' War, and then you had the back and forth between the Yorks and the Lancasters,
mhm.
back and forth, trying to, it ended up, Henry VII or Henry Tudor comes along with his
Right.
very flimsy,
I would,
uh, cool. All right.
oh, okay.
I will show that in a minute, Curtis, but yeah, thanks for sharing that too. I had not seen it, but yeah, anyways. So so if you guys want to see the short version of this instead of my long diatribe about it, go watch the History Guy. That guy's got some great stuff. I've been watching him for
Oh,
God,
me too.
since
I think I've been watching for 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. Yeah, that's what I was
And the
thinking.
guy
Yeah.
just passed the 1 million subscriber mark about a
Yeah,
month
because
ago.
I think when I started watching him, he was like he was I think he was only like 10 to 20,000 subscribers.
Wow, that must.
You know,
I
it's
think
been
when I started watching him, he was close to 500,000.
oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
he was a lot lower than that when I started watching him because he wasn't doing it full time. He hadn't
Oh,
quit his
that's
job. He hadn't quit his job and gone to become full time YouTuber yet.
no.
And he actually I think discussed it on Ken Heron show how
Yes,
uh
he was on Ken Heron.
he was on Ken Heron show.
That's why I know his name was Lance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I forgot that.
yeah.
But anyways, so uh what else was I going to talk about?
And he's
There was
from South Dakota.
South Dakota. Oh, okay. Yeah, speaking of the Dakotas, I was hoping that
Ron would show.
Ron was I sent him a link. He said he'd try and get in here. A couple others that I'm
But he's
waiting on.
not South Dakota anymore.
No, he's not. He's in Wyoming. Let me let's see, open
For the
link.
men are men
Yeah.
and the sheep are great.
Let me get that and let me just put that on full screen. And let's see if I can do this. Share screen. I want to do that one. I want to go ahead and play this. So, and then hit play.
And it is the music kosher.
Oh, you're right. I forgot to do that.
Yeah, you got it.
Stop share.
Hit the audio. And then
Share.
unmute it
Share
in
screen.
YouTube.
Share system. Audio. Do that one. Share. Be careful about sharing screen audio. Okay, yeah, don't show this to beginning. Got it.
And you got it muted in YouTube.
Oh, you're right. I do. Let's go ahead and crank
Already.
that up. We're ready to go. Can you hear that?
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hope that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Ma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap.
When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer.
With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
as dry leaves before the hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the courser say flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each tiny hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound.
He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler who's opening his sack. His eyes so they twinkled, his dimples how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up in a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as snow.
The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger at the side of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him explain, ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
That was awesome.
Mhm.
That was really, really well done. I'm gonna let it play through the credits so that written by Tchaikovsky, produced by Wingman Digital Media, voiceovers for the start. Casey Sealock, Jason Preston, Andy Park, Danny Arnold, Tony Linkhold, William Bell Jason. Well, that was absolutely, thank you. And I'll stop sharing. Where's the stop share? There we go. That was awesome. And
Very
this
good,
being,
Curtis.
we've just finished up. Thanksgiving and all that, and this is officially the Christmas shopping season as of Friday. So that was a perfect way to start out the Christmas season. So I want to say hello to Tater Rogers and Brad Alston, and let's see, Chris at Sunrise Water Media, which I think I said hi to already, but and of course Kai. I just saw. Let's see if I can go back up and find that, because we were talking about history, and let's see if I can find that. Where did he put it? Let's see, where's that? Just here it is, right there. He just loves when I tell stories from my youth. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But I was pretty young when all that happened, so I don't remember it all.
He's the one that shot the arrow.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, because it was Henry that was killed, right? Shot with the arrow, or was that
I thought
William?
it was William.
Yeah, it was William. That's right. It was William. And they thought, yeah, that's right. I'm going to have to go back and watch it again.
There you go. Maybe you'll learn something.
Well, it's not learning that I have to worry about, it's remembering. That's what my problem.
Yeah.
I may already have known that, and I just forgot it. That's my biggest problem. Yeah, guys, make sure you go over and watch it on his channel, so he gets the credit
Give him
for
all
that.
the light.
Yep, and I will definitely give him
Leave a comment.
Yeah, I will leave a comment after the show. I'll go back and watch it. But anyways, so you got you a new reel, and you got you A new SD
New
card.
SD card, 256.
Okay. Well, somebody put in the
because-
chat what they might have gotten if you bought anything. If you bought anything with Cyber Monday, put up there what you got. I didn't buy anything on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I just didn't. I don't know. Judy and I, our new van is basically our Christmas present. So, but anyways, but yeah. Have you got any good jokes? Because we're only 35 minutes
No,
into this and we're
it's
already
fine,
dead.
right.
If I have to, I'm going to. I'll invite one of these gentlemen in. If somebody would like to come on,
Yeah,
just let me
bring
know.
someone in.
Let me.
Joe Blaylock.
Let's see. All right, I'm going to put this in here. If somebody would like to come in, let's see. You bought a new Dell XPS 17. Oh, sweet. Here is the link for somebody who would like to come on the show, because I don't have anything. I sent out a couple requests and I don't see anybody in the green room. So you're welcome to come in and shoot the breeze with us for the next, we're halfway through the show. That actually worked out pretty good because I need to go ahead and put myself up here. Whoops, wrong. Got to click on the window. There we go. And it's time for a shameless plug. Do a little advertising here. Helps pay the bills, keeps the lights on. And, oh man, that sucks, Brad. I know how that is. I'm not even going to ask how you got super glue on your fingers putting up Christmas lights, hater. The links for all of these things you see here in this really cheap advertisement is in the description of today's video or today's live stream. So, but and I will be giving away some of this stuff at you busted Santa in half, but he's glued back together. I hope your super glue is waterproof, because if you get any snow or rain down there. Okay, Curtis.
Take care, Curtis.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Just contact me. You know how to get hold of me. Go enjoy your dinner.
So, Lloyd, what do snowmen eat for breakfast?
I have no clue. What do they eat for breakfast?
Snowflake.
Oh my God. Snowflakes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of fish do they have at the North Pole?
I don't know. I'm scared to ask.
Jellyfish.
Okay. Yeah, you
What
definitely are
did the
getting.
English teacher call Santa's helpers?
I don't know. What?
Subordinate clauses.
The what?
Subordinate clauses.
Oh my God. Okay.
You're the English.
Yeah. Well, man,
I went to the Kelly Green joke book.
Did you go to the Kelly Green joke book? Yeah. Yeah, he I'm definitely getting you that new joke book for Christmas, Art. You're gonna
No,
I'll make sure I send it to you. I gotta find it again. I know where I got it. I know where I can get it from. Do you want it in the print form, or do you want it in the digital form?
print form would be fine.
Okay. All right.
And that way I have something
Welcome,
tangible and
PixArt's drone
put it up
guy.
on
Yeah,
my bookshelf.
look it up on your bookshelf. Yeah, I have. Well, I have a ton. Good God, I still got some HTML code books up there. Oh my God, I think I could throw some of those. I think I could throw some of those books out.
I have several Ayn Rand books.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep, I have Fountainhead, Anthem, and what was the one they made the movie of? With the Galt's Gulch.
With what?
Galt's Gulch, Colorado. Remember,
Oh,
that was the place where they would go to get away from it.
yeah. What was that
Uh,
one?
I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got. Yeah. Oh my God, I still got a. I just looked up there, StarCraft, the PC game, which was sort of like part of the whole World of Warcraft. Yeah,
Atlas
StarCraft,
Shrugged.
Warcraft. Do what?
Atlas Shrugged.
Oh, Atlas Shrugs. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I just saw. I started to watch that here the other day, and I thought, it wasn't my cup of tea that day. I guess I've been going back through watching the Justice League movies again. Actually, I started watching. I watched the Christian Bale Batman trilogy, and then moved right on into Batman versus Superman, which sort of picks up. Excuse me. It picks up after. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look who we got here. Oh, Eric,
What
how you
kind of
doing?
linens do
What's up, guys?
gingerbread men put on their bed?
What kind of what? Did you say, Art?
What? Now I lost my.
Did I come in and screw Art up?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well that's easy done. It's easy done.
Yeah, what kind of linens do gingerbread put on their bed?
What kind of linens do gingerbreads put on their bed? I have no idea.
Cookie sheet.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's terrible. That's
You're pulling from the bottom of the barrel, aren't you?
yeah, yeah. Well, when I start asking Art to tell jokes, that means my show's going downhill pretty fast. Is that your youngin' I hear back there?
Yeah, he's over here running around grabbing all my mics and all that stuff and tearing my
Your
main
mic
cable
is a little high.
Is it? Hold on, I'll turn it down. If I can figure out how. What about now?
That's a little better.
A little better.
Yeah.
I can go further. Here we go. Try that.
There, you're good.
There you go.
Okay,
That's good.
sweet.
That's good. So what have you been up to, man?
Dude, I've been flying FPV like nobody's business. I've been flying probably 5 times a week, something like that. Basically, whenever I can get out and fly.
Right.
Mel and I went out to a park here local to us, and I've been using it for practice because it's got plenty of trees that I can try to get my drone stuck into, and I've just been flying the crap out of that. I actually went to, I posted a, what do they call it, a short on my channel the other day, and I went to a new place. I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos of people flying, like doing dives down like corporate buildings, like really nice corporate buildings. And there was a new building that they just put up a couple years ago for ArcBest, which is a shipping company here. And I wanted to fly it. And what I didn't realize is on my drone, I have the FR Sky remote here. And the receiver that goes along with it, I didn't realize was one of the cheaper setups. And FPV is like really interesting in the sense that whenever you watch the FPV videos, you don't really understand like what the platform is that people are actually using. You just assume that it's a 5-inch quad or whatever. Yeah. So long story short, I try to fly back behind this building, not realizing how shitty my receiver was. And it ended up going into a fail safe. and basically crashed on top of a sunshade at this corporate building. So, and let alone it was the first time that I'd ever been to this location at all. And so it was on, I don't know, it was on one of their off days. And so here I am on the other side of this building, probably a quarter of a mile. And I rushed over there and pulled my truck up underneath to where I could hop onto the cab of the truck and climb onto this sunshade and grab my drone and hop back off it. And I took off immediately after that because I figured security was probably going to quickly show up. So, but yeah, I've been flying FPV quite a bit.
What drone are you flying?
I've got the Skyliner HD from Roto Riot.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
This guy. And you can see right now after the crash, whoops, I lost my, there we go. I lost my GoPro door. And so I had to duct tape, or I had to tape everything up.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I've got the, well, it's the base, it's the CL1 that they build. I had them build it from Roto Riot.
Oh, yeah. Those guys are pretty good. I like their customer service and the stuff that they offer. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and this has got the it's got the Bagwell camera.
Okay.
And
man, that's
set up and tuned.
Full up rig.
Yeah, yeah. It's a 5-inch, but it's, you know, it's nice.
How do you like flying it?
Well, basically, I'm still trying to get it to hover without, without hitting myself in the shins with it. You don't know how many times I've done that.
Yeah.
I think I've got permanent scars in my shins because I get it up and then I think, and I get myself turned around to like, oh crap, you know. Of course, I got my goggles on and I turn this way or that way. It's like it doesn't work that way. You know.
Have you got into beta flight at all and adjusted any?
Oh yeah. Well, because I use the Tyrannus the 9 Lite. The 9 Lite, not the game controller style like you've got, but the full.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it to bind. And so I had to go into beta flight to figure out what the problem was. And I saw in there that they had, what's the other?
Firmware.
No, it wasn't with the firmware. It was with choosing you go into beta flight and you choose the type of controller setup, your numbering.
Yeah.
You know, like Free Sky, and then I forgot what the other one they've got in there. And anyways, the long story short is I had to DX, what is that?
DX15 something, or DX8, I'm sorry.
Yeah, DX8.
8 or 16, one or two.
Right. Well, I had to set it up because I think that uses the 8, but let's see. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll have to look it up now because I can't remember.
Yeah, so what I found actually today, I've been doing a lot of research on this stuff, but what I found is that the FR Sky stuff is typically really hard to bind if you're using the XM Plus receiver.
Right,
you have to go back and like backdate firmware on your transmitter in order for stuff to work, and it's really a pain in the neck.
And what you actually have to do is you have to let's see if I get my. Hang on a second.
I'm making you dig in your bags.
Yeah, that's all right.
Come on, old man. Step it up.
What are you flying, Art?
I have the Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle, and then I have a custom built,
Blind Neil and
five
Johnny DRC. I know I haven't said hi to you.
Police website.
In order to fly it in the because this is the Tyrannus 9 Lite.
Okay.
It uses the Access,
Yeah, that's the same one I've got.
And I ended up having to put this module on the back to make it work with Free Sky.
Yep.
To go into your D8. So
that's actually what I'm looking at. But instead, I'm planning on getting the Crossfire module and changing out my receiver just for the sheer fact of the distance. Because
when I ordered mine, they were out of Crossfire, so I got the Free Sky.
Have you seen the let me see if I get this right, the Crossfire Nano module?
No, I don't know that I have.
So apparently Crossfire was really unable to work, at least on the X-Lite or X-Lite Pro. And I assume it's probably the same with your radio, but this new module from Crossfire, the Crossfire Nano, is basically a direct hookup. And all you do is just like you have with the other modules.
Yeah, well, you can buy for this, just like this right here is just a pop-on module, and you can buy the same thing in Crossfire. I just went with this because I already had it set up, and it goes in the back there.
Easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And mine has the same thing.
Right. And
I'll tell you, after I crash, I need more distance. Because I don't want that to I didn't think that I was that far away. And again, this kind of goes back to watching videos on YouTube and wanting to get into FPV. You just assume what the setup is that everybody has, and you think that every FPV drone can do those things.
Right.
That's just not the case.
Yep.
Let me. I was looking for a particular brand, and all they're showing here is. Let me see what they've got here. Because I had to go in and set up. I even mentioned it on one of my shows, and I can't remember what it is. That's not it. They're what they use on it's one of the brands they use with they use a lot with airplanes.
The Spectrum.
Spectrum, that's it. I had to go in and use the Spectrum. In order to make the motors work and to make it, I could get it to bind, but I couldn't get it to arm or do anything. And so when I went in and selected Spectrum
that thing's huge.
In beta flight, as soon as I selected the Spectrum model on it, everything started arming, everything worked. It was just I went to 20 different, because they don't teach all this stuff. I went to 20 different YouTube channels, and they all said a different thing, and I tried everything, and finally one guy said, choose the Spectrum pattern in there under your radio, and as soon as I did, boom, everything worked.
That's so crazy. Like FPV is not a drone that you want to buy if you just want to buy and fly. There's a lot of research, a lot of different parts and stuff that are associated with it.
EMAC FPV drones, those bind pretty easily with
Well, now like I had problems getting the Tiny Hawk 1 to bind, and that's why I ended up. Now with the QX7 is one thing, but with the 9 Lite, it's a bit different, and that's why I went with this XJT module on the back. Yeah, because that lets me go back, because you have to put it must have had a nap today. He's going. Yeah, I actually did. I had a weird night. I went to sleep real early last night, and then I woke up actually, I woke up this morning about the time I normally fall asleep, which is 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I was about 5. I woke up. I couldn't go back to sleep till about 7. Then I went back. I ended up getting probably about a good 9-hour sleep, which normally I only get about 5. So yeah, I'm kind of. Plus, I'm still drinking coffee. So and you can buy these at the Grumpy Vlogger store. Nice cups.
Little marketing.
That's it.
Notice I got my Mel hat on. He gave me this a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I
Joe,
have one of the original red 400AGL hat. And I've worn it so much that the sweat started to stain around the top of the brim, and the brim is starting to get white.
Let's see. I was trying to say, Joe Blaylock was talking about the D8 and the D16. That's what you have to use. To use these, you have to set it. Now, I think this free sky is D16, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to turn on my radio and look, but
yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah, there's no school. The best person to talk to. Well, any of these guys are good that's in here, but Doc Murdoch is, he's the wizard of, he's the Sith Lord of FPV. He'll turn you to the dark side, and it's because of him I got into it. What goggles are you using?
I've got the DJI set up. Yeah,
okay. You got
Cadix Vista and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're using the Cadix. Okay,
and then so I recently got.
So I'm still using analog. That radio I've got is a Cadix analog. So
these patch antennas too,
right?
Just for extra reach on the video side, but obviously I need the transmitter side too. So, but yeah, it's worked out so far.
What antenna do you have on yours? Is it the on your drone?
I don't know.
See, mine has the what is that? The Fox.
Foxeer.
Yeah, Foxeer. Yeah, the Foxeer lollipop.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I don't have a lollipop on mine, and it didn't come that way, so I haven't really got that far into it.
Yeah, and mine came that way. I mean, they built and tuned this thing. All I had to do was bind it and figure out how to make it work with my friggin', controller.
Yeah.
And once I got that working, I could get it to bind, but I couldn't get anything to work. Even when I set up all my stuff.
Right.
And I found one guy, and it was like in a 5-minute video is all it was. Because some of those videos go on 30 minutes telling you how to use all this stuff. Joe Blaylock says because it's cheap. What's that? The Foxeer? Probably. I wish it was cheap. Well, not that cheap. Not when you haven't built it. But
I need to drive up, and we should find a place to fly.
Yeah, we do. We need to find a place to fly. But I've seen Joe Blaylock talking about Fly Sky. I actually have one Fly Sky controller over here somewhere too. I'm not going to dig that far.
I've got a question for you. I noticed on your antenna mount you have is that a 3D printed thing on the? Because I think I need something like that on mine. Because
they 3D print these. They 3D print the mount. You can buy that from Rotor Riot.
Yeah,
okay. I'll get one of those.
And they also make this. They also for the camera. Where's
there you go.
See,
right.
See, that's 3D printed as well, and it sets the camera so that when you fly, when you're flying, that camera's level.
Right. Yeah.
So and
you should be able to change that angle too.
Well, you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on how fast or slow you want to fly.
And it sets. They have these other posts, but they put in these anodized aluminum post in there, and it's a nice rig. It is all carbon fiber,
Right.
And
the reason I asked, Lloyd, because originally mine was mounted on the top carbon fiber piece, and when I took the crash, it cracked that, and I think that's where I was having my video problems, because that antenna is kind of loose. So if I had that mount,
and this is really
be a solid
I would
mount.
Yeah, because it's for your both your receiver antennas and your video antenna.
Right.
So it's set up that way. So
okay.
Yeah, just go on to or if you know somebody's got a 3D printer. Rotor Riot, that's who built that. So if you have a printer, you can print it yourself. That's what Johnny DRC says, and you're right. Let's see.
Oh, okay. That'd be a Thingiverse.
Yeah, Thingiverse.
Yeah. Thingiverse, you could probably get that off of Thingiverse, But they built, it comes with that stuff. I had them build it. I don't have the patience or the time to fart around with that stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I plan on it in the future, but I mean, as of right now, just getting into it, I thought it was great that I could order something ready to go for the most part.
Right.
And I'll build one later. I just want to figure out how everything works. And as I break stuff on this one,
I can, if I want to go digital at some point, I can just switch out my camera system and all of that, and
and it's not hard to do.
No, but I just, I went analog because it just, let me see if
Well, the price difference is huge, analog versus digital. Mm-hmm. And for somebody that just wants to get up in the air, analog's really not a bad way to go.
I was lucky enough because I got Fat Sharks and I got these really at a good price. But I talk about Doc Murdoch, and I have a set of his antennas that he makes that go on the front of the, front of your, So, and he custom makes each one of these, so it's not like, it's like, okay. Yeah, and he made them for me, so he was nice. He's the one who got me into this because he stopped by here one time on his way to spin up last year. Where was he going last year? No, he was going to South Florida, to the South Florida meetup down there. And why can't I not get that? I put something in the case and then I forget how I put it in there, and then I go to take it back.
We got you digging through all your stuff tonight, Lloyd.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, and I've got my box that I carry everything in as two of the thinner Craftsmans that snap together, and I can stack them so I can have. And that's where my Fly Sky stuff. It's in the bottom one. But I can just take the top one. It's got all my drone stuff, right? All my Free Sky FPV stuff right in the top. And so I don't have to carry the whole big honking box. I can just carry the one.
Yeah.
And if I want to take it all out and fly it all, then I can just snap it together and it's ready to go. And I like those stackable modules that they have with the Craftsman. That you can buy down. Oh, yeah. It's a plastic Craftsman that you can buy over at Lowe's or, Home Depot. I think Lowe's carries Craftsman. I don't know if Home Depot does or not, but I know that Lowe's does. But
I don't think Home Depot does, but
anyways, I got into, he came by, he was on his way to the South Florida meetup, and he stopped by here. He stopped over at Mel's house, and he ended up, they couldn't fly over at Mel's house because of the fact that it was raining the day they were there. The next day that night he drove over to here in Muskogee, stayed in the hotel, and then met up with me right over here around the corner from my house where the football field was at. And he says, here, put these on. I put on a set of goggles, and he went ripping down through that football field. I'm like, wow. Oh, I got to do this. No, man, I had a ball. I didn't get dizzy. I thought, I'm ready to go. So, I dropped the money on it, and there we go.
Yeah, I introduced a friend of mine the other day to FPV, and mind you, I couldn't do a ride along or anything like that, but he fell in love with it. I just did a flight and then recorded it on my goggles and then played it back through and let him watch it that way. And he was pretty sold instantly.
Johnny D says you can switch to DJI, but you pay an extra $150 each drone. Yeah, and
I guess unless you go with Caddx, right?
Drone guy. Do what?
I guess unless you go with Caddx, it's a little cheaper, right?
Right. It's a little cheaper, but you're still talking, and you're not counting the having to buy the goggles. That's what hurts is the goggles.
Right.
How much are the goggles?
The good thing is it's only one time, but it's still expensive.
Yeah, and I got I've got these Fat Sharks, which they work perfectly well, and and I can put them on. I can fly simulator, hook up my controller and everything right here on the computer and fly simulator in the goggles. So that works out nice too. And, if we
Johnny says that is Caddx. Okay. I've never priced a Caddx unit by itself, but yeah, he's right. It's extra money.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, for no more than I fly, to be honest, it's not worth it to me. Because I don't fly enough to. That's why I'm still trying to keep from hitting myself in the shins with the freaking. Let me tell you, that carbon fiber hurts.
I haven't. I mean, I haven't gotten really good with it. I'm okay with it, but I think I'm really looking at buying one of the GEP RC Cinelogs, and probably the 25. It's like the smaller Cinelog.
Right.
Just for the simple fact of like practicing and being able to just get some time on it without throwing it into a building or whatever else.
I got to ask you, how is flying FPV? Let's see. I got somebody just came into the. Oh, there we go. How long you been sitting there, Ron?
About 10 seconds.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Okay, good.
You're not working. Well, I don't see an airplane in the background getting pulled around.
Doing the other kind of work today.
Nothing wrong with that.
You're doing the guide work today, huh?
Yeah. It's my last hunt.
Yeah, I like the flintlock behind you.
Yeah.
The other way.
The other way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dad made one like that.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things in here. This is my friend's house that you've seen had the deer in the backyard.
Right. Yeah.
This is his trophy room.
Wow.
It doesn't look like they're in the backyard anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That is a nice trophy room.
Oh yeah. I just didn't get a deer today. My hunter fell out of a truck.
Oh God!
What? No. How did he fall out of a truck?
How in the hell?
Was it moving? Or did
no, thank God. We spotted this big deer. I pulled up into this field. I said, "Look at him. Let's get on him." And all of a sudden, the door come open, and I'm actually getting out on my side because he's kind of somewhat disabled, so I'm trying to help him. All of a sudden, I hear thump, bang, grunt, and I'm like, "What the hell was that?" I looked over. I'm like, "Where'd he go?" Then I looked on the ground. I'm like, "Oh shit, he's laying on his back. Guns one direction, hats another. He's in another direction." I'm like, "Oh crap."
He wasn't trying to pull a spotlight out, was he?
Oh my God. But so thank God I have my rifle with me. Because he can't use his now because I'm afraid the scope got knocked off. So
I was going to say the scope probably got messed up on that. Yeah.
But we didn't get the deer. So one more day tomorrow. I'm officially done. I haven't had a day off in about 5-6 weeks. That's why
I haven't seen much. I was going to say I haven't seen much of you. So have you got one at all this season? Any?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah,
oh, have you?
Got up to 9 antelope, 7 or 8 deer, and 1 elk. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, elk is probably the best tasting meat as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
I had antelope steak tonight. Boy, was it good.
You know, I don't know if
Art?
Well, this was from Eric Enstrom's freezer.
Oh, okay. I take it he hunts.
Not anymore.
Really? Huh.
He passed away a couple months ago.
Oh, that was the son. The son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Suicide.
Yeah, he's the one who. Yeah, that's Rick Enstrom's son.
Yeah.
I was like you, Ron. I was thinking of Rick Enstrom, who owns Candy, but this is Eric. That's right. I forgot Eric was the son.
But Rick does give me a lot of meat and fish.
No, which one passed? The son passed?
That was his son.
Yeah, it was his. Yeah, it was his son. Yeah, Eric.
How old was he?
He was just shy of 40.
Wow.
Just a couple of weeks, he would have been 40 years old.
Way too early. Right, it was.
What was it, Art? I remember you talking about this a few months ago, but
nobody knows what's going on. He must have had some demons that he was dealing with.
Yeah, and he just took his.
Because I didn't.
Oh.
All I know is he was a quiet guy.
Yeah, and ended up unfortunately taking his own life.
Oh, that part I didn't know. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I remember when all that happened, but for some reason, when you said Eric, I was thinking Rick, and I know the difference. It's just that's what I was thinking. So, I was going to ask Eric. Speaking of Eric, that's Eric down there.
The other Eric,
the one that's Anyways,
the drone nerd.
How does flying FPV compared to your day job?
Much different. Obviously, the agility and things of that nature is a lot different. It's a lot more slow going as far as the flight aspect of it, but I don't know. It's just a whole different animal in itself.
Yeah,
I guess it really depends on what spins up on the daily part.
I don't know if you, Ron. I don't know if you know. This is AR Drone Nerd over here. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's up?
He flies. He flies the real drones.
Yeah, we fly the
military type.
MQ-9 is what we fly. So
he flies in big honking jet powered ones that go out and take out the bad guys.
Oh,
a lot of watching people poop and do their daily life, and then eventually taking it.
Yeah.
When I was on military base in California, there was a crew that came up from San Diego, I think it was, and it wasn't, I don't think, anything to the size, but they were flying drones up there, and I went into their little command center. Like they had a trailer that was like the mobile command center.
Yeah. Okay, Johnny.
They're telling me they get their best images at like 10,000 feet.
Oh yeah. I mean, just depending on the sensor that they have available, which every platform has a different sensor. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you go 10,000 feet. Some of them fly at 6 to 8. Some of them fly above 20,000. So
wow,
yeah. So it gets pretty interesting.
Here's a question, and because you talked about, I think on Mel's show here a while back about, and I forgot who. I think it's on Mel's show. We talked about some of the weirdest pictures you've got, but I saw something in a movie. Okay, have you seen Superman? Batman versus Superman. Have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't. I can only imagine what you're about to say.
But at one point, okay, they're over in the Middle East, and they're getting ready to take out. They launch a drone, or they're getting ready to take out these bad guys in the Middle East.
Yeah,
and the assets on the ground were trying to get there. I said, listen, you still got people on the ground. You got civilians on the ground. Well, too bad, they're going to die, that sort of thing. And so they're sending it in to launch it. And as they fly by, of course, the assets on the ground was the CIA guys or spec ops or whatever they were,
right,
black ops type guys. And as the drone goes by, they go, like you can see it on the camera. I was wondering, have you ever had anybody do that to you down on the ground, flip you off?
No, not really. I do know that sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes they do know that we're there, and they'll do different things to try to get out of sight and things like that. But it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, I just saw that and I thought, first off, they had this thing flying low. Oh, we lost Ron again. He hit the wrong button again.
Yeah. He'll be back,
Drone Rob, how you doing?
Hey, Drone Rob.
And Johnny DRC said he had to go. We've run over time already.
Oh wow, we're at an hour and 15.
Yeah, we've gone over. And don't forget, because at the top of the hour, if you haven't already left me, Drone Nation, I think, is on. Let me go check and see if they are on. Let's see, are they on?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're live now. Okay, yeah. They're talking about Cyber Monday Madness. So you want to see a real drone show? Go watch those guys.
Yeah, we're just BSing.
We're just BSing right now. There we go. What happened, Ron? You
There's
hit the
Ron.
wrong button
There
again?
you go,
I
Ron.
pushed the wrong button
Turn
again.
your camera.
Yeah.
Turn your phone.
You got your TikTok camera on.
Yep.
Yeah.
There
There you go.
Yeah. So,
So
but,
it's funny. We had a you were mentioning about federal agents. We had an ATF agent here 2 weeks ago, and apparently his wife was kind of nervous about him being here first time in Wyoming hunting. You know, is it safe and everything?
right.
And so then he was talking to his mother-in-law the one day. Yeah. So to make her feel better, we gave her my number as well in case they can't get a hold of him.
Right.
So the next day, the mother-in-law sends me a text with a wedding photo of AKA her daughter and him, and said, "Hey, the guy hunting with you, would you like to remind him that he might want to call this person, AKA my daughter, and wish her a happy anniversary?" I'm like,
oh my God.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, she was a good mother-in-law. She saved his bacon because he,
Yeah.
that
Like, how the hell did I get
sort of-
pulled in the middle of this?
Well, it's probably a good thing they gave you. Yeah, it's probably a good thing they can't. Because
Well, you would think in his line of work that they would be used to, him not texting or calling or anything like that due to whatever he's doing.
But they know he's out deer hunting with a
Yeah,
bunch
he
of
was out
guys,
goofing
and he
off.
forgets his wife's
He wasn't
anniversary.
working.
Yeah, that's a big no-no.
That's a fat cat.
Oh,
And there goes Ron.
oh, now he dropped his phone. He got scared of the cat and go, "Boom,
Yeah, cat must have attacked his phone.
that animal's
so, yeah.
moving."
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. Whenever I go to work, I can't have my phone where we actually work. So, people will text me or call me or whatever, and I don't respond for hours on end.
Oh, look at that cute little kitty.
Good God, that is a lot of cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all
Looks
there.
like he's. Yeah, it looks like it's all hair though.
Yeah. You heard that?
Yeah. He's looking at that like,
oh wow,
getting the look.
The way, the way he looked, I was almost reminded me of Clarence the Cross-Eyed Lion.
I remember that.
Yeah. You have to be, Eric. You probably don't remember the show. That was that on that was on Doctari, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes, Doctari. Yeah.
Clarence Cross-Eyed Lion.
Hey,
I don't
Ron,
know why that.
Go ahead, Lloyd. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I don't know why that popped into my head, but just the way his eyes looked at the camera, like, oh, that looks like Clarence.
Yeah.
And
Ron, what kind of aircraft are you guys taking in and out? Like you work for some sort of medevac type outfit?
Bite me. I'll send you in the next week.
he was asking what kind of aircraft you guys fly in when you for your your medevac.
It's a EC-145 made by Eurocopter.
Okay.
Yeah. Our fixed wing King Air 200.
Yeah, the King Air look familiar. I've seen a lot of those, but outside of that, not really. So what do you do?
I'm a paramedic on a life flight crew.
Gotcha. I didn't know if it was some sort of other aircrew position because obviously you can't, have your phone talking to us whenever you're in flight. So I didn't know if you were just hanging out at the hangar or actually on flights or whatever. So.
No, I have a part-time job as a hunting guide. This is seasonal in Wyoming. And it's been full-time the last 2 months. Holy cow.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So I'm either working the full-time job and then I come here and it's like like back and forth. I haven't seen a lot of you guys in a month or two.
I was going to say it's been a while since you've been on here. I think just before. I think the last time you was on here was like just about the time you were. Well, you were still in the hangar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you was showing us one of the gals, and you brought along some. Yeah.
I think I was there for that show.
Yeah.
I was just a spectator at that point, but
yeah, he brought in the eye candy that day. So
yeah,
but little entertainment.
Yes, brought some class to the show. So, well, we have gone definitely over, and I think I'm going to go ahead and start calling this the end of the show. So, Ron, what do you got coming up next?
4 a.m. out the door, back out on.
Wow!
It's the last day. So,
have you got any good videos that you're going to be able to put up from any of this?
No.
Okay.
No, I get too busy out there. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I got to figure out a way though. I got to get one of those little. What is it that 360 Go that, or even something just attached to like a chest harness.
What I have.
Yeah, you can get that little 360 Go.
Or the Action 2, yeah.
Don't buy it.
Don't buy it?
No. I had one for about 5 days, and honestly, like the form factor and all that stuff was perfect. Like I was super excited about it because I was thinking that I could fly with it. And then, me getting into FPV, I wanted to do some videos of me actually working on my drone and all that stuff. And I figured out that, the camera just sitting there and either filming me working on the drone or, trying to do a vlog or anything like that, it would overheat in about 3 minutes.
I was going to say it has a big overheating problem. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that.
A lot of people have been flying with them and being, just okay because there's enough wind and all that to kind of keep it cool. But as far as, hanging off your shirt, that kind of thing. Now, with you hunting in the winter, it may not be too bad because it may keep it cool. But I know just sitting at room temperature, just trying to film working on a drone, it did work. So I returned it, and they gave me my money back. And what I'll probably do is just reevaluate the situation whenever they bring out another one, because I'm sure they probably will at some point, and hopefully they've remedied it. But as of right now, I wouldn't buy one.
Apparently you're not the only one with that problem.
No.
Yeah. There's been a lot of problems with both the Mavic 3, the software not being ready for everything that's available, and then the overheating problem on the Action 2. And I was really looking forward because that Action 2 was just the right size to put on an FPV,
Yeah.
And which it would be okay on that maybe, but for the price, yeah.
And you may look. I've been looking at getting a new drone. I was kind of talking to Chris at Sunrise earlier about this, but getting a smaller drone, and they have a SMO 4K camera that is basically the same size as a naked GoPro, and that may be something that you could mount on your shirt as well. That would be real light.
Yeah. So, what brand was that? Did you say?
It's a SMO 4K. I just have
albino deer.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Now that's something you don't see every day.
Looks like a lamb that's been sheared.
It does almost, yeah.
Beta FPV.
There's another one up here.
Oh, okay. Beta FPV.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow. That reminds me of remember the old show, America's Funniest Home Videos, whenever they would talk about the jackalope?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those, growing up in Colorado, I mean, or being in Wyoming, that area, every tourist joint you go into has got postcards with pictures of jackalopes on them. Yeah.
Or they have, mounted jackalopes.
Or they have mounted jackalopes. Yeah, exactly.
Boy, do you remember Don?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Hello.
How you doing?
All right, well, I'll let you guys go. Lloyd, thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for dropping in. I always enjoy you coming on.
See you, Ron.
And hope to see you Lloyd, I may give you a call sometime soon
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
in reference to that subject.
Right. I need, because I was going to talk to you about that too. Because,
Okay.
so yeah, give me a call sometime, when you got a free time,
Okay.
we'll
All right.
talk about it. So, all right. Okay.
Okay. Well, everybody have a good night.
All
See
right.
ya.
Okay.
See you. Bye
Good night,
bye.
Ron.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Eric,
about
what do you
to
got
call it
coming up
too.
on your show?
I mean, no live shows, obviously. Basically, just FPV footage. Like I said, I wanted to do some working on the drone to try to help people that are starting out like me, because as I stated before, getting into this is completely new, and there's a lot to think about. So I want to try to help people as much as I can. But
Yeah, because that's we talked about a little bit here. Getting the information, like setting up your radios, and finding out that I had to use the spectrum setting on my radio to get it to work with that Free Sky module that was in there, and it was just one of the quirks, and
speaking
one
of
guy.
which, go ahead.
Yeah, it was just one guy was the only one who put it up there. That's what you had to do to make it work. Yeah, I'm watching the chat too. So, anyways,
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, the going with the Crossfire module, I hear it's a lot easier to bind than that Free Sky stuff. So that's another reason to go to it.
Yeah.
But I got a jet. I'm about to have to put up a Christmas tree. So you guys take it easy.
I'm going to be putting mine up tomorrow. Eric,
thanks for having me on the show and all that good stuff.
Well, thanks for coming in. Anytime you want to come in, just you got the free time, let me know.
Okay.
I'll start sending you a link on Messenger. So.
Okay. I actually deleted Facebook not too long ago.
Okay. Well.
But I created another one just for like drone stuff. So I'll send you a message on it, and we'll get to it that way.
All right. We'll catch you then. All right.
All right.
Take care. All right. Bye-bye. And Art, what do you got coming up?
I've got one last joke for you. Okay, where did it go? Oh, what do you call an elf that runs away from Santa's workshop?
I don't know what.
A rebel without a clause.
A rebel without a clause. Okay. All right. And on that note, we've gone over enough now, and with that kind of joke, I think I'm just gonna hit the end button. Everybody have a good night. Appreciate everybody stopped here. Remember what I always say: be kind, treat each other better than you would treat yourselves. And remember, everybody matters, even guys that tell jokes like that. All right. Y'all take care now. So I'm going to just kill the feed and go over and watch Drone Nation. All right. Good night, everyone. Whoops. I got to click on the right. I got to have it on the right thing to do that. There we go.